Hey everyone, welcome back to another Penn Foster Live. I'm your host Jess,
And I'm your host, Lauren.
and we know it's been a little bit since we've been able to connect with you in this way, so we're so excited for everybody that is here. Um, Say hi in the comments. Keep the conversation going down there. We're really excited to jump into our agenda today, but before we get started, Lauren is going to give us our Facebook Live tips as always. So take it away, Lauren.
Thanks. Okay, so first tip is graduation is coming up quick. And we're so excited to celebrate with everyone in person. We're also so excited to celebrate with everyone who will be celebrating from home. So if you are watching today and you are a graduate, drop a picture, drop a shout out to yourself, um, and take the comment section as a place where you get a little shine today because it's all about our graduates right now. So first, just want to say congratulations to all of our grads that are joining us today. Um, Second order of business is how to get in touch with us. Of course, we love when you engage in the comments, but if you need anything more specifically, the comment section is more about the conversation, not the best place to find help with one-on-one issues. So if you are currently a student and you need help with something, give us a call at 1-888-427-1000. If you are not yet enrolled in Penn Foster and you have questions about our programs, we'll be doing a spotlight on one today. Anything else, give our admissions department a call at 1-888-427-6500. They can not only admit you and help you get enrolled, but they can also answer questions about our programs or talk you through anything that you want to know about how Penn Foster works. So give us a buzz if you're interested in that. But without further ado, here's what's on the agenda for today, the exciting stuff. We'll do a spotlight on our yearbook, just one of the many ways that we're celebrating our graduates in this wonderful graduation season. And we'll talk about how to find your community in online school, give you some study tips of the month from students like yourself, and then do a spotlight on early childhood education for anyone who might be interested in that. So let's jump in. Jess, tell us all about the yearbook.
Okay, the yearbook is one of those things that I just think is such a great way for you to celebrate yourself after you graduate from your program. Like, obviously, you can celebrate with the people in your life in whatever way that that makes sense to you, but this is a way to connect and like see all of the other graduates who are going through or went through what you went through and just give yourself that motivation, that celebration. Also, if you're a student and you haven't graduated yet, another great place for a source of motivation for yourself as you're progressing through your program. So, our digital yearbook, the cool thing about it is that it runs all year long. So, you don't have to wait until a specific time of the year to sign it, upload your picture, put your quote, your caption, all that good stuff. Whenever you finish your program, you automatically can jump onto our kudos board and leave your mark on our yearbook. So for today, we just want to go through some of our favorite submissions that we've gotten so far this year. First one is from Annette Roberts Marshall, who submitted a really beautiful picture as well. And underneath her picture, you can leave a quote, talk about your program, talk about what you've gone through. And what she had to say was, Penn Foster helped me in my career by earning 2 degrees. It has been life-changing, and I kept the final goal in mind, and that was graduation. You are never too old to learn. I am super excited to walk across that stage that changed my life. So it's just so nice.
We're excited to see you at graduation, Annette. That's awesome. Congratulations on completing 2 degrees.
Our next spotlight is from Amanda Gamanchi, and she was inspired by her adopting a baby kitten to want to take care of animals for the rest of her life. So she said that she's so glad that she found Penn Foster when she did. She made the decision to join when she found her fur baby at 4 weeks old, and she's 3 now. But what she wanted to do was she knew what she wanted to do when she took care of her kitten. She wanted to save other animals like she did with her. With the ups and downs, I pushed through and made it happen. I had a lot of encouraging friends and family that helped me push through all my challenges and reach my goals. I am excited for my new life journey. And here is her photo with her dog and her diploma. And it's just like one of my favorite pictures. And I love any yearbook submission that includes a pet.
Way to go, Amanda.
And then next up, we have some on the job photos. So this is from Ronald Bolden, and you can see in all of these pictures, he got all of these great shots while he was actually working on the job after he finished his program. He says, "Thank you, Penn Foster. Now I understand the refrigeration cycle and how furnaces work, from the control board to the thermostat. It's been an awesome year with a lot of hard work and dedication." Love these on the job photos.
Good, just like knowledge to have too. So congratulations, Ronald. I'm sure you're crushing it on the job and at home. Those are some good skills.
Absolutely. And who doesn't like to have a friend or a family member who knows how to fix your refrigerator? I mean, come on.
Yeah, you're about to be the MVP of everyone in your life.
You're so right. You're so right. And then last but not least, we have Christina here, and she uploaded a really cute picture with her cat. So she said, "It took me close to 4 years to put myself through school while working a full-time job. And for 3 of those years, she also worked a part-time job. She did it and she graduated with honors. She says, I never thought this day would come, and I am so proud. Now I can finally sit for the VTNE and become a certified veterinary technician. Thank you, PF."
Oh,
These are
congrats,
just
Christina.
these are just some of the submissions that you can find if you visit the yearbook pages. We have two separate ones for Penn Foster. One is for career and college graduates, and one is for high school graduates. So we'll drop both of those links in the comments. And whether you finished your program in the last couple of days, weeks, months, and you haven't gotten a chance to sign the yearbook yet, please do. We love reading your submissions, and they're such a great source of inspiration for all of our other students. So congratulations to all of those graduates that we talked about today and everybody else who has signed the yearbook. And check it out. It's just, it'll give you all the warm fuzzies for sure. And next, our next segment is going to be on how to find your community in online school. We know it can be isolating sometimes when you give up that community that comes with in-person schooling. So Lauren, do you want to walk us through a couple of ways that you can find your community if you are an online student?
Definitely. So probably for a lot of you watching it, going online is one of those tricky things. We're all so used to at this point finding ways to engage with others virtually, but there is something to be said about human interactions. So, this is something that we think about a lot and we see. I know even Jess and I both have the pleasure of working from home. So, more than happy to share these tips with you. And just want to encourage you to make time to make these connections. I think it's easy to kind of like get into your own zone, focus on making progress in your program, and not spend time as much with this. But it always feels really, really validating to find other people who are going through something similar or can just let you vent for a couple minutes about what you have going on. So it's definitely important to make time for something like this. I'll say the first kind of given is to find places to engage on social media. Obviously, in a safe way, please. Don't give when you don't know any personal info, but that's a connection. And it could be a great way to meet other learners. As you know, we have very active social media pages for Penn Foster. Those comment sections could be a great place to just leave a word of encouragement. Or if you share a photo with us and then we reshare, others can leave a word of encouragement for you. We also have Facebook groups for some of our programs. So check those out. There's an awesome vet tech group, a medical billing and coding group. So search around on our social media platforms, on your social media, and see if you can find some places to connect and, meet people who are going through something similar. Also, finding meetups in your area could be something that is just like great to do. So there may be, if you look more locally, Facebook is really great about this. If you find like events near you, in a lot of communities, you could join like a sports league that could even be for adults, like a volleyball league or an intramurals league in the summer. Joining a theater group and doing something like that could be really, really cool. Um, speaking with friends about things that they may be interested in. Also, big plug for something like volunteering. Volunteering is not only a great way to meet other people, it's also great for your resume. So sometimes you could, accomplish a few things at once. So definitely recommend you look into some community events, get really active in your area, and hopefully meet some great people.
I also want to shout out in your local community, check out your local library because they are almost always having events multiple days a
Great
week
call.
that may not be something you have to commit to long term. It might just be a crafting circle for one night or something like that. And that's a great way to meet people as well. So always check out your local library. And that's coming from your resident bookworm here.
Yes, Jess definitely is obsessed with reading and the best person to vouch for a library. So great place to check out. The last thing I would say is just to make time for your non-virtual relationships. Uh, your family members, friends that maybe you haven't caught up with in a while. We know that life just gets crazy busy between everything you have going on with school, your work, you're taking care of kids, taking care of pets, but forcing yourself to make time to grab a bite to eat with friends or go for a walk, especially now that it's nice out, get outside and do something is just awesome. Linking up with a friend to go for a walk just is great to help minimize like stress and anxiety, to get out there and get some fresh air, and just a great way to connect with others. So think about ways this week that you can make time to meet up with people and fill that part of your cup and fill that part of your life. Always feels good to do that when you're with the right company.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more, Lauren. I think that definitely like there's ways I like that we have a spectrum in here. It starts with making relationships virtually online because you might be not going to in-person school for that exact reason that you're looking for, you're a little bit shy, you're not good with one-on-ones. You can make those friendships and those relationships online. And then, next step is you could find people in your everyday life or people that in your community that you can meet and establish relationships with, but then also making sure you're fostering those relationships with people in your life that have always been there for you. So I love that. I think that's awesome.
Absolutely. But now getting back to the studying, because school is important too. So, we appreciate that for a lot of you watching, it is on your priority list. What are some good study tips, Jess, that we got from learners on our social media network who connected with us that way?
Yes, keep your eyes open on our Instagram and Facebook pages because we are always asking you guys for your opinions on things like study tips, the best ways to go about online school, how you structure your day, things like that. So we were able to pull some study tips from learners just like you. Janice P suggests rereading your assignments to help retain the information once you've read through it once. So obviously, the first time you read through something, you might not retain all of it, but the second time, you might retain pieces that you didn't retain the first time. So you could be taking notes, or you could just be rereading those same lessons. I think that's a really great suggestion. Emil suggests setting study and break times ahead of time. So, for example, they suggested studying for 20 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break. And then you kind of can go back and forth with that maybe 2 or 3 times, but you total studied for an hour, but you gave yourself 15 minutes in between those sessions of studying to like kind of reconnect with yourself, check your phone, do all those things that you want to do while you're studying. So I think that's a great idea. And you can set alarms to help with this as well. So you set your 20-minute alarm and then you set your 5-minute alarm and you kind of go back and forth. So that was a really great suggestion from Emil. And then this is kind of like a poll for you guys. So both Tony and Antonio suggested a quiet study space, while Sarah, Olivia, and Maddie suggested listening to calming music, like classical or something like that, something that doesn't have words. Which works for you? In particular, Sarah said that with she has ADHD and she thinks that having the background music is helpful, whereas Tony and Antonio suggest a more quiet place. So let us know in the comments if you prefer sound or background noise while you're studying, or if you prefer a completely quiet space. I know for me, I'm a quiet person. I cannot focus if there is something else going on in the background, even if it's super quiet, it has no words. What about you, Lauren? Are you a quiet person or are you a music
Oh,
person?
I'm the same way. I cannot focus at all if there any sound is very distracting to me. So even if it's like music with no lyrics, I'm completely distracted. It's got to be totally quiet.
Completely agree. So thank you to everybody who submitted study tips. And like I said, keep your eye on our social channels for more opportunities to weigh in, and your suggestion might get chosen to be talked about here on Facebook Live. Um, And then next up, last but certainly not least, we're going to do a quick program spotlight on our early childhood education program. Lauren, would you want to walk us through some of the high level points of our program and why it might be right for somebody watching today?
Absolutely. So, this is a great program to consider if you're interested in working with young children in a school or daycare setting. Our early childhood education program is working towards an associate degree. And, like I mentioned, it can help prepare you to become a daycare teacher, a teacher assistant, or a child care worker. This program helps to prepare you for um, some certifications. So the coursework fulfills 120 hours of required formal education needed to apply for your Child Development Associate, your CDA credential. Just a note, this credential isn't necessarily required to start a job in the field, but definitely can help you stand out if you're applying to jobs or looking to perhaps earn a little bit more. It's just something to give you a bit of a leg up. Um, this is an associate degree program. On average, it could take at least 2 years to complete all semesters, and there is an externship requirement. So, just something to keep in mind. Of course, all of our programs are self paced, so the pace of the program really depends on how much time you spend completing it. To dive a little bit more into the externship component, as part of earning your early childhood education degree online, you will gain hands on experience and apply what you've learned each semester in a field experience requirement because this is such a hands on job. Um, the field experience in semester 4 will consist of 300 hours, which is a minimum of 45 hours in each age group from infants, toddlers, and preschoolers. And this helps you really gain that practical experience in observation hours and then practical application at a licensed child care center. So, definitely something to keep in mind as you're thinking about the time and what goes into doing a program like this. But it could be really awesome if you're looking to pick up new skills in this field. A few things that you'll learn are how to plan, execute, and design curriculum appropriate for the education of young children, how to apply best practices, observation, and assessment to enhance learning and development, how to use the power of play to meet established early childhood education curriculum goals, and how to work with children with special needs, including recognizing important developmental milestones. So, if all of that sounds good to you, and something that you're interested in, definitely give us a call or check out our program page online at pennfoster.edu.
That was such a great comprehensive overview of that program and very concise. So great job, Lauren. I really quickly want to plug our graduation live stream before we sign off. So we are having our in-person graduation on August 3rd, and we will be streaming the entire thing live here on Facebook Live. So if you're not able to attend and you want to celebrate with us, you can log on and watch the entire thing from your phone, your computer, from wherever you are. So we will drop that link in the comments. Make sure you hit that RSVP button so that you get all of the updates that we post on the page. And join us virtually for graduation. We are so excited, and we would love to have you virtually if you aren't able to attend with us in person. That being said, that was a lot of information for today. We hope that you guys enjoyed all of our segments and everything that we were able to talk about today. Lauren gave those phone numbers at the beginning of the live if you want to talk to us and have questions about your program or a program that you are interested in, give us a call and we will see you next time.
See you next time. Congratulations, grads. Bye, everyone.
Bye.